Good morning, students. Now we are learning our first lesson, laws of motion. So in our today online class, I am going to revise book inside 1 mark question from unit 1, laws of motion. Let me once again explain line by line from book inside unit 1, laws of motion. Our first question is mechanics. Children, mechanics is nothing but study of effect of force on body, and then mechanics is classified into two types. What are they? Statics and dynamics. Statics and dynamics. And then statics. What is in the statics? Statics is the study of force on body which are at rest. So see here, study of object, the action of force under rest condition. Statics, study of action of force on the object which are at rest. And then dynamics, study of action of force on moving body. And then kinematics, study of force without considering motion of the object. And then kinetics, study of motion of the object or body with cause of motion. And then our next topic is Aristotle. So Aristotle is a Greek philosopher. He classified the force into two types. Natural bodies comes to rest without force are called natural motion or independent force. So Aristotle is a Greek philosopher. He classified the force into two types, which are natural motion or independent force or violent motion dependent force. So first one is natural bodies. So natural bodies comes to rest without any intervention are said to be as natural motion or independent force. And then with force is said to be as violent motion or dependent force. So with force, so if your body move or comes to rest with force is said to be as violent motion or dependent force. And then he said heavier body falls faster than lighter one. Heavier body falls than lighter one. And then Galileo concept in vacuum. So Galileo said in vacuum all body fall at the same rate. All the body fall at the same rate. And then our next topic is inertia. Inertia is depend the mass of body. Inertia is depend the mass of the body. And then there are three types of inertia. Inertia of motion, inertia of direction, and then inertia of rest. And then for inertia of motion, example is nothing but athlete run before jumping. And then inertia of direction, short turn while driving car or bus. And then inertia of rest, leaves and fruit detach and fall is example for inertia of rest. And then our next topic is linear momentum. The physical quantity, linear momentum is nothing but physical quantity. It is used to measure measure impact of force. So linear momentum is used to measure the impact of force, magnitude of force or magnitude of force. And then linear momentum is a vector quantity. Linear momentum is a vector quantity. And then unit for linear momentum, kilogram meter per second in SI system. And then gram centimeter per second in CGS system. So this is important, one more question. Linear momentum unit, SI unit for linear momentum, kilogram meter per second, and then in CGS system, gram centimeter per second. And then our next topic is force. Force is a vector quantity. Force is nothing but push or pull. Is said to be a force which is vector quantity, have both magnitude and direction. And then Newton classify force into two types, like parallel force, unlike parallel force. So the force which act on a same direction is pulling trolley is example for like parallel force. And then unlike parallel force, the force act along opposite direction. Tug of war, example tug of war. The force which act along opposite direction is example for unlike parallel forces. And then balanced force. The balanced force is nothing but equal force acting on both sides. And then the resultant force is zero. Equal to zero is said to be as balanced force. And then unbalanced force, the force which not equal to zero. Drawing water from well, crowbar, and then weight balance are example for unbalanced force. And then our next topic is moment of force. So moment of force is nothing but tau equal to F into D. Tau equal to F into D, and then it is a vector quantity. So moment of force is a vector quantity which is direction perpendicular to the force acting. And then very important, its unit is Newton meter. Capital N, small m is the SI unit of moment of force. And then our next topic is couple. So couple is not produce translatory motion. Two equal and opposite forces which does not coincide is said to be as couple or constitute couple. And then couple does not produce any translatory motion, resultant is zero, but it causes rotation. So m equal to F into S, force into displacement. And then unit for couple in SI system is Newton meter. Unit for couple in SI system is Newton meter. And then centimeter in CGS system. Newton meter in SI system and a centimeter in CGS system. And then anti-clockwise produce positive motion and clockwise produce negative motion. Torque application. Torque is used in gear, seesaw and steering wheel. And then our next topic is Newton's second law. or law of force. Newton's second law also known as law of force, because Newton's second law is used to measure the force or to find the magnitude of force. And then SI unit of Newton's second law is capital N, and then in CGS system it is dyne, dyne, dyne. And then 1 Newton equal to 1 kilogram meter per second square. Important 1 mark question. And then 1 dyne equal to 1 gram centimeter per second square. And then 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power of 5 dyne. And then gravitational unit of force. So gravitational unit of force is kilogram force in SI system. In SI system it is termed as kilogram force, and then in CGS system it is termed as gram force. So this is also important 1 mark question. Students, I have written line by line, so kindly note this 1 mark question in your classwork note. And then 1 kilogram force equal to 1 kg into 9.8 meter per second square equal to 9.8 Newton. So 1 kilogram force is given as 1 kg into 9.8 meter per second square, and then this value is equal to 9.8 Newton. And then 1 gram force equal to 1 gram into 980 centimeter, 980 centimeter per second square equal to 980 dyne, 980 dyne. And then our next 1 mark is impulse. Impulse is nothing but greater force acting for a short duration of time, or short force acting for a long duration of time. So simply, greater force acting for a short duration of time is termed as impulse. So impulse is nothing but J equal to F into T, or J equal to delta P, change in linear momentum. Example for impulse: spring in automobile, or catching ball, pull backs is hand, or example for impulse. And then next topic is Newton's third law. So Newton's third law, we know that for every action there is an equal and a opposite reaction. So FB equal to minus FA. The force A is exerted by B, and then force on B is exerted by A. So here negative sign is indication for the direction which are acting on the opposite side. And an example for Newton's third law: birds fly, a person swims, and fire a bullet, are example for Newton's third law. And then rocket propulsion, very very important 2 mark question. Rocket propulsion. So Newton's third law, and the law of conservation of linear momentum, or the principle of rocket propulsion. Very important. What are the principle of rocket propulsion is the question, 2 mark question. Newton's third law and the law of conservation of linear momentum are the principle of rocket propulsion. And then mass of rocket decreases with the altitude. And then escape speed, the velocity sufficient to just escape from gravitational pull of earth is known as escape velocity. And then universal law of gravitation. So universal law of gravitation of force equal to G m1 into m2 divided by r square. And then universal law of gravitation G is termed as 6.674 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square and then kilogram per meter square. Here kg minus 2. kg minus 2. 6.674 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square, simply n m power 2 kg power minus 2. And then our next topic is acceleration due to gravity. So acceleration due to gravity is small g and then unit is meter per second square and then 9.8 meter per second square on the surface of earth at sea level, and then downward free fall is given as 9.8 meter per second for every 1 second, and then g is not same at all point. Very important one more question. G is not same at acceleration due to gravity is not same at all point on the surface of earth. It varies. In pole region, acceleration due to gravity is maximum, and in equatorial region, acceleration due to gravity is minimum, because when radius increases, gravity decreases. When gravity increases, radius will decrease. So hence, in polar region, acceleration due to gravity is maximum. And then in equatorial region, acceleration due to gravity is minimum. And then relation between capital G and small g is given as G equal to Gm by R square. By using this relation, we can also able to find the mass of earth also. So here radius of the earth is important, one mark question. Radius of the earth is nothing but 6,378 kilometer and then approximately 6,400 kilometer. So this is accurate value. 6,378 kilometers accurate value, and then approximate value is 6,400 kilometer. So this is the radius of earth, one mark question. And then F equal to G m by R square. Here G is nothing but universal gravitational constant. Capital M is the mass of the earth and small m is the mass of the body, and then R is the radius of the earth. So according to Newton's law, we know that force equal to mass into acceleration. Here depends upon the free fall. We have taken as m into g. So m into g equal to gmm by r square. For F we going to substitute m into g. So m into g equal to gmm by r square. And then g equal to gm by r square to find the acceleration due to gravity. Small g is for acceleration due to gravity, capital G is mean for universal gravitational constant, and then capital M is mean for mass of the earth, and then capital R is mean for radius of the earth. By substituting the known value, we can able to calculate the acceleration due to gravity. And then mass of the earth. So mass of the earth, capital M is given as 5.972 into 10 to the power of 24 kg. And then various of the G. So various of G. So gravity is maximum at a pole region. Gravity is maximum at a pole region and a minimum at a equator region. And then when higher altitude, gravity is minimum or reduced, and then lower depth, gravity is minimum or reduced. And then at center of earth gravity is 0. These all are important 1 mark question from book inside. So this is acceleration due to gravity variation. So at pole region maximum gravity, and then equator region minimum gravity, and then higher altitude gravity is reduced or minimum, and then lower depth also gravity is minimum or reduced, and at the center of the earth only gravity is 0. And then mass and weight. Unit for mass is kg, and then unit for weight is Newton, and then weight is a vector quantity, and then weight are more at pole and less at equator. And then mass remains same. It does not vary. And then gravity of the moon. So gravity of the moon is given as 1.625 meter per second square, and it is approximately 0.165 times of the earth gravitational value. So this is very important 1 mark question. So gravity or a small g value of the moon is 1.625 meter per second square, and then it is approximately 0.1654 times of the earth's gravitational value. And then W equal to m into g. To calculate the weight of person on the earth is given as 1 into 9.8. At the same time, if you calculate the weight of the person on the moon, you have to take the value W equal to m into g equal to 1 into 1.625. And then mass remains same on the earth and also moon because it does not change. And then apparent weight due to action of gravity. So lift upward moment R equal to m into g plus a. So when lift move upward, apparent weight is greater than actual weight. And then when lift move downward, apparent weight is lesser than the actual weight. And then when lift is at rest, R equal to W. So apparent weight is equal to actual weight. And the free falling, so apparent weight R equal to 0. So this topic also important topic, movement of the lift. When move upward, downward, and when lift as at rest, and then falling down freely. And then weightlessness of astronauts. So the astronauts are not float. They are falling freely around the earth with a huge orbital velocity. So this is example for case 4 or condition 4. The condition 4 is given here, free falling down. So here R equal to 0, apparent weight equal to 0. So R equal to 0, hence the body feel as weightlessness. And then application of G, application of universal gravitational constant. So it is used to find the dimension of heavenly bodies and to measure discovering of Newton's new stars, and then said to be as Hubble. So first application to find the dimension of heavenly bodies can be measured, and then second application discovering new stars is said to be as Hubble, and then third application explain germination of roots, and then fourth application to predict the path of the astronomical bodies. Students, up to this our first lesson over. I have given here line by line from book inside. So kindly take notes in your classwork. Thank you. Have a nice day.